everyone, and welcome back to Abstract Medicine. I hope you're all doing well. Today, we're going to be doing a yoga plus tarot collective reading for all of you. And it's going to be a slightly more dynamic yoga class than usual, but please go as gentle as you can or as far as you can. There's going to be some synaptic and body sound rhythmic movement in there as well. So take a listen to the collective reading as a podcast or follow along with the yoga or do both if you like. So we're about to begin. Let's go. So let's just start with the activation cards and see which cards will come out for the collective. Thank you so much, angels, ancestors, guides, for the collective reading for whoever needs to hear these messages. Thank you so much. I'm just shuffling the cards and I'm going to see which card is going to come out. Okay, this card has just come out. Three cards have come out. Two cards have come out. The first card is fertility, and it's number 27. It says the frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. So there's a beautiful card with sacred geometry here. Number 27, as I mentioned before, could be your age. Now remember, the messages come in different ways here on Abstract Medicine. For those of you who are aware of it and you've been on the channel following Abstract Medicine on YouTube, as well as Instagram and TikTok, thank you so much for your loyalty and for your private bookings. I really appreciate you so much. And you know that numerology is a big thing here on Abstract Medicine. So 27th could be a date of birth, a date for your birthday or someone's birthday that's very special to you. Now, 27 rounds down to a number 9, doesn't it? So number 9 in numerology tends to be the ending of difficult situations or a difficult cycle coming to an end. Finally, I'm hearing for a lot of you in the collective. We have 44 as well here, with universal love being the second card. And pardon me, I thought there was a third card, but there isn't. It's just 2 cards from the activation deck. Universal Love, 44 is the archangel number, and it is all about being protected and guided. I do feel like there is a collective understanding now in abstract medicine, as we have been raising our vibration with understanding who we are ourselves first and foremost, what our purpose is, how to love ourselves, look after ourselves, and that is reflected outwardly. And then there's this common understanding, a common knowledge, a common appreciation and love for the world out there. And that's what happens when you radiate love. That's what happens when you radiate a graceful nature and a compassionate nature as a gentle human being. Now, the universal love card says the frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, exactly, to our planet and to the whole of existence itself. 2 beautiful cards with the colors blue and red and a little bit of pink. Blue being the color of the throat chakra. So a lot of you, not only are you fertile with ideas and creativity, as you see me doing yoga here, practicing yoga with all of you, for those of you who are following along with my paintings in the background, which is very fun. These paintings, there'll be a little announcement coming through for you about these paintings and what they all signify. But indeed, May is the month, or whenever you're tuning into this reading, where you get to be expressive with your ideas. You get to be creative. You get to really share and show your creativity, your ideas in the world. Now, we're talking about the world being an earth, obviously the earth, but the earth energy is Taurus, and the season of May is Taurus season. So happy birthday to my Taurus friends, Taurian friends, who understand how it is to be in the world, because it's a material sign. It's about how to live with the material, how to save and spend money, particularly for those of you Taurians or Libra placements who love all things Venusian and materialistic. Then this is your calling as well, isn't it, to just be a little bit more gentle with how you're spending your money. Remember, it's about growth here with the number 27 and the word fertility. Universal love, again, I feel like it's more of an energy for me. What I'm picking up on is this compassion for planet Earth. There could be this energy as well for nature, and maybe planting some seeds during the spring summer period at the time of this reading. But again, all of my videos are timeless, so whenever you're tuning into my readings, they will hopefully resonate for you. I do feel like with the universal love energy, there's also this energy of unconditional love. You know, when there's this universal love, this compassion and understanding for the world out there, it's reflected. It's a reflection of who we are and what we believe in, what our ethics are. As above, so below, as within, so without. That's a hermetic principle. I'm just shuffling the next cards. The next card we have is from the Shamanic Medicine cards. Now, for those of you who have been coming to my Shamanic Healing session, thank you so much. It's been a real joy. Currently, for ongoing clients, it is 50% off, so you may wish to take advantage of that sale right now. It may not necessarily be reflected on the website, but if you want to get 50% off from the Shamanic Healing service that I offer, then you'll just want to email me. As I'm doing this back bend as well, I will just say that it is important for you to look after your back. For the most of this yoga session, my stomach is contracted in order to help protect my lower spine, my lower body. And this yoga session was conducted about an hour after lunch and a coffee. So yeah, it's quite a nice yoga session actually to burn off all of that energy. So the card that we have from the Shamanic Healing, Shamanic Medicine Oracle cards is Buried in Earth, Transference. Now, we did talk about Earth's energy, isn't it? But I feel like for a lot of you, it's really important to ground yourself, you know, really feel this connection with Mother Nature, with Mother Earth, with Mother Gaia, as I'm laid down in sort of like a fetal position almost on the ground there just a few seconds ago. This could be you really getting those ions from the earth, you know, genuinely being buried in the earth for a bit as an alive being. But the earth transfers these really positive ions, you know, into the body and the mind and the soul, and it really helps your spirit elevate. But this is also this energy as well, for I feel like for a lot of you who are air signs, you've been kind of floating, or you've been sort of up in the air, or you've been mainly in your cerebral or your intellectual, or for a lot of you who really resonate with these messages so far, it's been difficult to ground your energy, or you forgot, or you didn't understand why you were feeling kind of slightly out of your body maybe the last few weeks or last few months. It's because there's a real need to ground. You know, with this grounding energy and fertility, it's about grounding your ideas into reality, right? So whatever those seeds that you've been thinking about planting, you know, recently, or it hasn't been the right opportunity, or you haven't had space and time to reflect or meditate and just really been in silence in order to create that thing and make that idea into reality. Now, this is the time to do it. This is your calling to do that. Now, Buried in Earth, I feel like for a lot of you who have felt like you have been slightly MIA, and I just saw 1551 on the timer here. That's mirrored energy. I do feel like you're going to be coming out of a cold, I'm hearing, and I feel like you're going to be a little bit more social, but I feel like you're going to be really selective with who you meet and frequent. I also do see with this universal love, remember I spoke about being guided with number 44 being the archangel number, and this unconditional love, not only for the planet, Mother Gaia, appreciation of soul self. I just had the end of self-sacrifice. I feel like there's also this beautiful new love for a lot of you, or resurgence of love. Now we have the new love card come out in the Whispers of Love Oracle cards, which I love. We have number 26. Now we had 27 earlier with fertility. For those of you who are wanting to be parents, or have a child again, or are unsure, then I would be very careful and cautious, because this would be a very propitious, is that the right word, month for pregnancies, I would say. So we have number 26 and 27 here, so kind of going backwards to go forwards. 26 and 27 is giving me the energy for a lot of you that you could be going back to an old love or an old lover, and there'll be physical connection here, and a universal understanding. It's almost like when you come together, there's this alchemical change that happens with your physical union reflected on planet Earth. Now, for a lot of you who are in divine partnerships, this would be true, wouldn't it? Particularly with this understanding of karma and tantra as well. So when you come into appreciation, understanding of who you are, you come into contact with people who reflect that, mirror that to you. You attract that. That which is equal, that which is the same, like for like, you know, it's one of those. So I feel like with this 27, then 26, it's like you're going back to go forwards. And I don't feel like you're going back for very long. It's kind of like a remembering or just a slight step back, or maybe there's a recall for a lot of you. Maybe there's, for some of you, you're coming in contact with an old soulmate or something like that. So the new love card says, embrace an opportunity for love in your work, prospects, or for spiritual growth. Now, new love, as I mentioned, with a divine counterpart, a high vibrational twin flame or soulmate, or someone who really matches you, as I mentioned before, you're kind of here on a mission for, I just heard the word Mitchell, maybe the name Mitchell. It is significant. I also just heard EastEnders, a sitcom, well, not sitcom, it's like a telenovela really, of the East End in London, called, there was this character called Paul Mitchell, so Paul Mitchell could be significant, or EastEnders could be significant. But yeah, anyway, there could be a reconnection with an old soulmate, an old flame. But when you come together, it's you're here on a mission. You're here on a mission basically for Gaia, for Mother Earth. You're here on a mission to create even more vibration that is of the highest nature for planet Earth. All right. So, and then we have physical touch. A tender touch can mean so much. Well, exactly. We have 44, could be someone's age, and then we have 47 here with this card. Now we're moving in from the colors pink and purple to this beautiful green, grounded energy. Now, the time of this reading now, it's 15:55. So a lot of you expect powerful change at the time of this reading whenever you're tuning in. Now, this could be a year from now, May 2025, or whenever you're tuning in. But I feel like a lot of you are going to be experiencing a big life change. This could actually involve having children or being a parent for the first time, or a surprise pregnancy all over again for those of you who have had children before. Do use caution for those of you who are not wanting that. And the next card we have is 48. But before we move on to the number 48, I am seeing this sequential energy here with the 5 1 5 5 1 on the timer, now 5 5 5, and then we had 27, 26, 6 going back, and then 44, 47, and now 48. So, you know, it's like a progressional step. Some of you are going through a review about your relationship, romantically speaking. Some of you are also going through a review at work. It's kind of, you've already finessed the idea for a lot of you who have grounded the idea into reality, into a project, a viable business. But I also see that it's about remembering why you're doing it, and you're doing it because you love what you do, and you're doing it because it brings sweetness in the world. I'm hearing it brings joy to the world. I'm also hearing that song as well for Christmas, Joy to the World. So there's also a timeline here between the time of this reading and Christmas could be a very significant time of great change with regard to births and new ideas really being cemented in reality. I do feel very highly high prospects, and I also do hear highly praised attributes I'm hearing. So a lot of you, your work is going to be highly praised, and your attributes are being highly praised, your beauty, your harmony, the harmony that you emit in the world through your energy, through your physique, through your creativity, whatever it is that you do. Even your children as well, they will bring blessings on the world. Now, we do need more of that, don't we? We are in constant desire for good vibes only, essentially. Now, I feel like a lot of you in abstract medicine don't really pay attention too much. You don't pay, you pay zero mind to the news. But it's quite a good idea to just kind of keep your eye out for what is going on, just generally speaking, because you just never know how you could impact the world in a positive way in order to help it. particularly for those of you who are interested in politics and humanitarian aid, you know, maybe this is your opportunity to go and serve your nation, your country in a way that is peaceful, that does not involve any conflict. I know that a lot of you, I've been guiding you just generally on your life purpose, and a lot of you, it does involve peace and peaceful resolutions, and it involves understanding, appreciation of other people's ideas, creeds, cultures, politics, ethics, etc., while still being integral with who you are. So I do see some of you actually working for the UN. I just have to call that out. I feel like some of you could be doing that. But yeah, I see that here with number 48, we've got demonstrate love, find out what is important to those you love and act on it. Okay. So maybe this is a time, collective, to show how you appreciate other people, to show through your words. Now, we did have the throat chakra being mentioned here with the color blue. Maybe that's being activated right now where you're speaking your truth, you're speaking about the things that you love, you're speaking about the things that you appreciate, you're speaking about the things that you love, about how to be loved. You know, what are your love languages? You're going to be expressing your love language in many different ways, through physical touch for some of you, through vocal communication. Whatever it is, this is a time of expression, and I would say this. I'm also picking up on Aries season as well. So we just had an Aries season where there is that kind of action. So I feel like you're continuing to put action into what you are doing and what you're desiring, and you're sort of taking a stance on things, I feel like, for the greater good. But whatever it is, I feel like it's more active rather than receptive, no matter whether you are a feminine archetype predominantly or a masculine type predominantly archetype. So you're more demonstrative in what you create, you're more demonstrative in your love language, and it's going to be a very fertile time for you, whatever it is, between now, I would say, and Christmas. Okay, the Christmas Winter Festival. So let's have a look at the next cards. We've got the good tarot here. One card came out. We have the Ace of Earth. Beautiful energy here. You know, again, we have this lovely energy of new beginnings, new love, new beginnings, really being planted in reality. With the Ace of Earth, there's this gorgeous card with it's a Celtic symbol with 3 circles. So it's the energy of the Trinity, essentially, mind, body, soul, but it's also the connection of the earth as well and the higher beings. Now, in shamanism, no matter where you are in the world, there are 3 worlds. There's a lower world, which was indicated in buried in earth transference card in the shamanic oracle cards, where there's a being literally buried in the earth while being alive and breathing from a straw, essentially being sent the earth medicine, positive ions, into their physical body, mind, and soul. And then there's the middle earth, which is this earth here, which is planet Earth, and there's the higher realm, the higher world, or the higher plane, which is the heavens, you know, quote unquote. So we've got these energies of 3s as well. And we have a stag here. I do feel like a lot of you, for those of you who are men and are masculine archetype predominantly, I feel like you are really coming into your own. I feel like some of you are really getting some sort of offer. For some of you, this could actually be a job offer. Oh yes, we have a 4 of fire as well card coming out, which is typically the 4 of wands, which is something to be celebrated. And there's a fairy who's playing a little pipe. It's a whistle, but it's a wooden whistle. And she's got 4 lanterns just above her. So it's this energy of something to celebrate, something to be celebrated. But again, it's grounded in nature. Now, the 4 of fire is also a home, stabilization, an office, a studio. This could also be weddings, something to celebrate, grounded in nature. Now, again, we have all of this energy related to earth and the physical world. Let's have a look at this other card. The world, I cannot believe it. The world card came out, number 21. So the world card is just incredible. I'm actually going to take a picture of this so that all of you are aware that it is here, and you'll be able to see it at the very end of the video. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous spread. Yeah, there's this lovely energy. Again, remember how I mentioned at the beginning of the reading, endings of a difficult cycle, and we have the world itself. So, and then there's this beautiful message about how to continue to connect with planet Earth, and we have the World's card, number 21. Some of you, this could also involve world travel. This could also involve speaking different languages. I feel like some of you could also be offered a job placement abroad. Let's have a look at number 44 from the activation card, because I feel like this card is really, really connected with the world card. Now, as you know, the major arcana ends with the world, that universal energy itself. Now, in this card, there's a sun and a moon shadow as well. I feel like there could be an important eclipse here. There's also a keyhole accessing to the sun. So I do feel like a lot of you are going to be rising in celebrity, rising in recognition with the sun energy of having a public platform. A lot of you, your masculine energy is being activated. For those of you who are masculine, divine masculines, as your predominant archetype, you're really kind of stepping up and stepping into the foray, no longer in the shadow, no longer in hermit mode, no longer in MIA mode. And as I mentioned this, I'm just doing a headstand, and it doesn't matter. Sometimes we got to try again, try again. And I feel like for some of you, you may have started something, you had to go back on something, had to review something, and then finesse it, and then start again, or then continue. So for those of you who resonate with that, do me a favor and just click the like button now. Thank you so much, and subscribe to Abstract Medicine as well. And I feel like now you're able to complete this thing and then share it with the world, maybe online. Social media is also a great tool. It's not the end all and be all. Maybe this is about you creating your own website. Maybe this is about you, again, communicating and networking and traveling abroad, or just making sure that your idea travels fast and far. And this is going to be very, very profitable, I feel, particularly with this new beginning in the Ace of Earth. Now, it says here, love is probably the most sought after, mysterious, indeterminate, and fulfilling feeling that a human can experience. Now, I feel like a lot of you have not quite found your one yet. I feel like there's a very strong probability of this happening, soon after this reading. I would say within 3 months of this reading, for those of you who tune into this video, okay? Its mystery surely derives from the fact that we cannot really describe or define what it is. Is it energy? Is it an emotion? Perhaps it is simply the glue that binds everything together. Whatever it is, we know without a doubt when we feel loved and when we love. As vibrational beings, we hold a frequency that aligns with the frequency of our thoughts and our emotions. And from that vibrational point of attention, we attract everything else into our reality. Love is one of the highest frequencies. When we are in a state of love, we easily attract circumstances and people into our reality that are aligned with that frequency. Well, indeed, exactly. And with the World card here from the Good Tarot deck, let's have a look and see what Colette Baron Reed has to say about the World card in her deck. Now, the World card is number 21, so we have another clue here with maybe a timing. 21, the 21st. I also feel like this is actually the summer solstice could be very, very significant here, all right? World perspective. I'm being called to shift my perspective on my life now. When I remember I am first and foremost an immortal soul, experiencing life as a human being, I have no fear. I can see clearly that I am a powerful co-creator in a divine partnership with Spirit. Aligning myself with Spirit, remaining unattached to outcomes, I am a conduit for miracles. Absolutely beautiful reading. Now, I do see with number 21 rounding down to a 3, that is also very connected with that Trinity energy that I mentioned. I feel like, again, there's this unity between mind, body, and soul for a lot of you. You're feeling a bit more whole. You're feeling like you understand who you are now, really. You've come into emotional maturity for a lot of you, or you're getting there, or getting into the energy of more harmony, more balance within you. I also see, you know, with the number 3, this does talk about a holy union, a holy communion with spirit, but a holy union with your significant other coming in with a third party, which would be a child. Okay, so I do see that here. Let's just get one more card. Let's have a look at the Japaritse Tarot deck. Let's just get one card, one last card for the collective. We've got 4, okay, 4 cards. We've got 8 of fire. So I do see travel here. We have volcanic activity here. Some of you could be connected to Hawaii or Sicily or somewhere where there is an active volcano. We have the 2 of fire upside down, the 9 of fire upright, and the ace of winds upright. I'll take a picture of that and put it at the end of the video so you can see these 2. Now, I see here with these cards that there is this energy of fast-paced movement, fast-paced activity, lots of communication, lots of networking, good news. It's the energy of chariots, the chariots of fire. I do feel, again, the chariots of fire is the energy of messengers, of the angels, coming in with good news, and they're really helping you along to spread your message far and wide. Now, this could be you in person, this could be you working for the UN, for example, or you have a creative talent that is going to be spread far and wide. Maybe this is through your physical body, maybe you're a dancer, maybe you're an artist or a musician or singer or actor or something like that, but your online presence is going to be kind of important, really. If you're like me and you kind of log off and log on whenever you can on social media, then maybe this is about you continuing to be private, but also being active at the same time online. But I see for a lot of you, your message is going to be spread far and wide because it helps to raise the vibration of the planet. With the 2 of fire, maybe there's been this indecision about when to move forward. Again, this is the energy of stepping back, then to go forward. So maybe you've had to, again, remember now, this is just reiterating what was mentioned before, where you had to step back a little bit, refine something, readdress something for a quick second so that you could then be confident with moving forward and positively acting upon your desires. 9 of fire for me in this card talks about being careful about not falling into traps that could involve arguments. Now, remember I spoke about earlier how I've been guiding and coaching you into being a bit more diplomatic as well. There's this energy here to continue to do that. And with the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, it's all about, again, clarity of mind, clarity of voice, and also remembering that your voice is a powerful tool for light and truth. So that's all I have for you. If you would like a private reading or shamanic healing session, you know where to go. Just book directly on the website, or you can send me an email on my website on the contact page for more information about ongoing client discounts. Thank you so much. God bless. Take care. Subscribe to the channel and bye for now.